Hi, welcome to Your Guide to Outside. I'm Gary Lancaster.
And I'm Cecilia Lancaster. In our last video, we talked about how we picked our deer stand based on what the information we found on BaseMap. Today we're going to show you how to use that. And this application is compatible across all platforms. So that's iPhone, Android, and any computer.
That's right. So today we're going to show you on the computer how we find locations that we can hunt public ground near us, and how we do a little scouting ahead of time and find a place that looks like it's going to be good to put a deer stand on, and some tools that we use to find that stand and find wind direction on that stand.
And don't forget to subscribe and like down below, and then leave us a comment on what you think or what else videos we should do maybe. And with that, we'll just get into the video.
Great. All right, here we are on basemap.com. You can go out there on the website and check this out. Here's kind of some of the things that it has available. Parcel boundaries and land ownership name. It's got a weather center, tells you which way the wind's blowing, what the temperatures are going to be. It's also got information about seasons on it. The boundaries, which come in real handy out in the western hunts. It's got a fishing tool. It's got a GPS function to where you can save your map ahead of time, and then if you get out somewhere that there's no service, it'll track you. You can put some points in, kind of like we're doing today, of that you think would be good spots to go to, and it'll help you get there, even if you don't have cell phone use. Here's what Cecilia was talking about. It's good across all platforms. We're on our computer right now. I've used it on my iPad and my Galaxy, and Cecilia has an iPhone. Works great. So here's the basic packages. The basic is free, and you get all this and that. I have the Pro, and I have the Hunt Research, which I think will come in handier when we do western hunting for big game. So right now we're going to be using the Pro. The Pro is $29.99 a year, and the Hunt Research, if you want to do any western hunts, are $9.99. And I haven't had much of a chance to use it. We're going to go antelope hunting in October, and you'll probably see some videos from that kind of later part of October, and we'll go over how we use BaseMap for that as well. So right now we're going to get right into how we pick that location that you saw us at a deer stand last week. So here's what BaseMap looks like once you get the app loaded and you go to the map. So we start out by picking parcels of land that are publicly owned. So we go over here to Nationwide Government Lands, and you can see there's a couple right here together. So we picked Dorset Hills Prairie Conservation Area. We went to the Missouri Department of Conservation. If you click on that, it'll tell you who owns it. We went on their website and found out that it was an archery only, and that's kind of what we do. The Amaruji Highlands is rifle also, so we kind of decided we would come over here. So once we get our parcel of land picked, I'm going to take the government land off so we can see it more clearly. Kind of what we're looking for now is farm ground and easy access to this area. So we're going to go to a topo map right here, and you can see that this is a hillside right here. It's kind of a top flat area right in here, and then there's a hill all around this that drops off into the flat ground. So as we're looking, we can see that we got some farm ground over here. This area right here, we know that's that clover field we were looking out into when we went out there. So kind of how we picked this area was because of this hillside, a great place for them to bed down or come up here onto the flat. This is tall grass right now, so it's a good place for them to just get away from everything. And then in the evening, we're hoping they come right on down through here and out into the field. And we picked this spot. Let me go back to Google Map. Pick this spot because when you zoom all the way in, I kind of look around these edges of the fields, of the crop fields, And you can see this path that they've cut down through here, and they come right across here. That's the path I was showing you last week. Here's another path that they've cut right into this field coming out of this corner, and then you can kind of see it right down in here. Something else we were looking for when we picked this stand was transition areas. This area right here between the timber and the grassland. They'll walk these transition areas on their way to feeding areas. This hillside right here makes a natural funnel for them. If they're coming off here, they're probably going to come right off this point, right down through there, or they're going to walk alongside this hillside and come out there. So this is going to be a great spot. We're just going to have to get in there and see what comes out. In Missouri, you can't set trail cams on public ground, so it makes it a little harder. You just got to get in there different times of the day. Maybe we'll go out sometime and I'll show you how we try to figure out what time of the day they're coming through. And once you decide where you want to put your tree stand, there are tools over here, and you just pick add a tree stand, and then it'll put it right out there, and you just drop it wherever the X is. So we've already put ours on here. Once you get them in, you can click on them, and then when you set a deer stand, it'll ask you some questions like, which way do you want the wind blowing when you're hunting this stand? We want the wind blowing out into this field because we're expecting them to be coming out of the trees into the field. And then you can get on your phone without even going out there. You can check the wind from wherever you're at. Like if you're at work and you're like, hey, I want to try to get down there and do some hunting, which way is the wind blowing? So right now would be a great time to hunt this stand. It's ideal. So the wind is blowing 3 miles an hour, and it's coming out of the south and blowing right out that way. Here's another function that it's pretty cool. So right now that's what the wind's doing, and it'll give you a 24-hour forecast. You can just slide this over, and let's say we're going to try to hunt this in the morning. So in the morning at 6 a.m. the wind's going to be coming out of the east, and it says it's kind of risky. Wouldn't be that bad of a time. And then you can run that thing all the way out to maybe tomorrow night, and so you're like, yep, that'd be an ideal time too. It's supposed to be blowing back out of the south tomorrow. So there's another little tool that they've got that's pretty cool that they just added that I really like.
Alright, so that was our video on BaseMap and how we use it to find the location of our deer stand here in Missouri. Obviously, BaseMap has a lot of features that you're going to want to go check out, so go to the website, download the app, and play around on it and see what all you can do. And if you have any questions or whatever, make sure to leave a comment down below and let us know what you need help with, or like just whatever you would like to see us do on it, or just video ideas. It's whatever. Also, next week we're going to be doing a video on our hunting gear, so look for that. And then don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn those notifications on so you know when we post every week. And with that, we'll see you next week on your guide to outside.